Tell you what, you're going to have an editing job on your hands tomorrow, mate.
That's right. We haven't many jingles, have we?
That was absolute bullshit.
Yeah. Right, let's just find something quick.
Don't force it, mate. We got nothing. There's some stuff in there. Okay, email here today from Tom Casson.
Where's he from?
He doesn't actually say it all. Let's get straight into it. Hi, big fan of the show. I've been listening for months and I love what you do. He'd like to ask a question. As the World Cup is pretty much over already for our English followers, so it is over now, Tom.
Yeah.
Who do you want to win the World Cup now? Why? And how would you like it to happen? On a side note, what's your favourite kit? Love you, always and forever, Tom. Kiss, hug, kiss, hug.
Oh, that's a nice one. Great question. Well, it's pretty much obvious who I'm supporting, Dave. The Chileans.
Those feisty little buggers.
The Chiletonian Warriors. Chilean, if you're American. They got beaten today by Holland, which is unfortunate. Leroy Furr scored a goal, a Norwich player, scoring the World Cup. How do you feel about that?
It's the first time I can ever think of that happening. Has there been another time?
What?
Any sort of championship player scored in the World Cup?
There must have been. There's been a few Irani goals, isn't there? Irani? No?
I don't know, mate.
I've actually bought a kit, Dave. Well, not a kit, but a Chilean t-shirt from Sports Direct.
It's nice to see you adopting a new team, mate, and making the most of a shite situation.
Orders at the final whistle between the Italy and Costa Rica game. $5.99 for Sports Direct. You can get any team you want. So get on there, pick your team, and get it ordered because we've got to embrace the fact that we're no longer in it.
I heard today, right, a Chilean defender has just been released from Nottingham Forest.
Right.
That's the kind of stuff we're dealing with this World Cup. That's the kind of stuff that's in the World Cup ahead of England.
What? Released Nottingham Forest players?
Released Nottingham Forest players. Nottingham Forest players released. Bloody Norwich players scoring goals. England out. I know we said we were going to... Let's not go back into it.
Ron Vlaar is playing for Holland, Dave. In a relegation battle with Aston Villa, Ron Vlaar, Captain Concrete himself, is a key figure in the Dutch team that have been, impressing everyone so far. People are just different players in this World Cup.
It's a World Cup for the underdogs, isn't it?
Dave Farthing's match focus.
Good game.
Great game. I regret staying up for it though. I was a bit tired the next day.
But that's the kind of dedication we've got on this podcast.
Yeah.
I like them. I like both teams, but I think you like someone in particular.
What?
You might have mentioned him. You might have mentioned him you want to watch. So I think this is a one to watch. I told you so special from Tom Park.
Oh, it's TP's wants to watch from TP. I told you so special.
Right, thanks mate. As I told you so special, because if you had been watching my Wants to Watch, you'd have seen Jermaine Jones' absolute screamer against the Portuguese last night. He didn't have a great game apart from that.
What a goal though.
What a goal. And some great play from the US of A. Some real determination showed in their game last night.
They want it, don't they?
They do want it. And I've heard people have been kicking off because Jurgen Klinsmann claimed that USA can't win the World Cup.
Little stat for you actually, you might find interesting.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's crazy haircut he had going on last night, like Zorro Z swiped into the side of his head.
Oh yeah.
That was to replicate a scar that a Portuguese fan has just been cut into his head this week because he had a tumour removed that Ronaldo paid for.
No.
So, bloody nice guy. Might be angry, but he's nice.
Jesus.
He's a good lad.
That gets me onto hairstyles. We've seen some crazy ones, haven't we, this World Cup?
Danny Alves can't settle.
Yep. Third haircut in so many games. Well, he's only played twice, so 2 haircuts.
That's 3 games now, mate.
Yeah. But what I've always wondered, Dave, is where are the players getting their haircut? Because, in England, I've got a system. I know where I'm going. I ask for a certain thing in English.
You want the same guy? Is everyone bringing their hairdresser?
I don't know. Because, you wouldn't see a Russian going into a Brazilian barber shop and trying to explain, like the new fancy cut that they want, the new fancy do.
Big questions.
Big questions.
Another big question for you, actually.
What's that?
Those... I don't know if anyone else is noticing these, actually. Those, like, evil bat sounds.
Oh, yeah, I don't like them, do I?
Like... Oh, I don't know, when it's getting a little bit quiet, there's some sort of bat noise-making thing going on in the crowd. It's kind of like...
I know what you mean. It goes a bit quiet and it's like...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible. I'd like to know what it is.
I'd like to know. 2 big questions there.
If you email in tndworldcuppodcast@gmail.com, let us know what the evil zombie bats are.
And where players get their hair cut.
Yeah. Brazil
mug up for grabs. Still.
Stat attack with TP.
You remember Paul the Octopus?
I remember him, mate. Everyone does.
Yeah. 2010 World Cup. He died, unfortunately. God rest his soul. But this World Cup, there's been 11 animal oracles knocking about, which is too many. Big Ed the Turtle. Flopsy the Kangaroo, no doubt from Australia. China Pandas. Nelly the Elephant. And Roo the Dog. I don't know where Roo the Dog's from, mate.
None of them have quite made it, have they, like Paul?
No, none of them. But the star of this year's show is Shaheen the Emirati Camel, who's had the best strike rate after predicting the correct results in 11 World Cup games. So that's...
How does he do it?
Well, he's got like a couple of little signs and a football in front of him, and then they just go, off you go, Shaheen. And he like starts bobbing his head about and then picks one up.
Right. Fair play to him.
Um,
Maybe he can help you out with TP Bet.
Alright, mate. There's been a lot of people kicking off about your 7 out of 10 rating for Loro the other week.
I've been taking a lot of flack this week, actually, mate. Firstly, for the Ribery blunder.
It was a blunder, though.
Which I apologise for.
Yeah.
I was caught up in the moment. And secondly, for the 7 out of 10 Loro, which I'm going to stand by because I think he's having a laugh with it.
Yeah.
And sometimes he's got some bloody great insight.
This came out of Loro's mouth, a paid BBC pundit. So he's paid money just to give great insight, talk about the game, think about things that you're not really looking into. And this is what he said. That's why you never give up at sport, Dave. Lessons to be learned there. Absolutely brilliant, that.
While we're on the topic of flack, you never guess who else has been getting some. Well, you might guess, actually, but it's you. It's because of TP Bet.
What?
Now, we've had a disgruntled email here, which you might be shocked at, actually.
Right.
Disgruntled and anonymous. Here we go. Of all your features, most of which are poor at best, TP takes the biscuit. These so-called predictions that are seemingly made up on the spot are pathetic. You're yet to produce a single winning bet. It's a shambles. Hey, you look sad.
Nah. Well,
Don't be too down, mate, because...
Oh,
forget about
Nah, I'm pissed off, mate, about what. Who was it?
that. Anonymous, mate.
What do you mean anonymous? Must have had an email address on
Well,
it somewhere.
yeah, no, I could look at the email, but I like that he tried to be anonymous.
Well, get the fucking camel in, shall we, instead?
Hey, it's alright. It's alright because people bloody love the jingle, mate.
Do they?
They love it. People are saying it's stuck in my head all day. Some little lad, wanted us to release a single.
I'm not doing a single, mate. There's no way now I'm doing a TP bet single.
Nah, never mind then. Let's just get on with the feature, eh?
Yo, TP bit in the house, Dr. Dave on the mic. Break it down. TP bet, he gets his tips from the internet. Not a single one has come in yet, so don't know why you bother putting it on. Break it down, Dave.
When will they come in? I don't know. All this money out the window. Keep on trusting him, don't know why. Bless him though, he's having a try.
TP bet, he gets his tips from the internet. Word.
Oh, where's that come from? That was a nice little surprise, wasn't it? Thanks, Dave. You and those jingles, you've put some real effort in this week, haven't you? Right. TP bet. This is my last one, I think. If people are going to be cheered. Oh, he's not making any results. He's throwing my money down the drain. I'm not forcing you to put these bets on. I mean, I've lost a lot of money recently.
We all have, mate. We all have.
Yeah. I reckon I'm about 50 quid down in a minute. Right. I'm going big or I'm going home on this one. So, it's an 8-fold accumulator.
8.
Do it, put it on, or, miss out on getting the helicopters and stuff. Don't know what that means. Right. Ivory Coast to beat Greece, Colombia to beat Japan, France to beat Ecuador, Switzerland to beat Honduras, Belgium to beat South Korea, Germany to beat the USA. Right, get a tenner on that. But it's just fate that this one comes in, isn't it?
One's got to, mate. If you keep trying, you'll get one in the end.
I will.
You bloody will.
That's what they say.
I'm going to keep betting.
That's what they say with gambling, isn't it?
Oh, it's strange but true.
Yeah, got one sent in from a fan tonight. The game, Holland against Chileans, my boys against yours, was the first time in 221 matches that the Dutch player hadn't had a van in their team.
No way. You'll notice on the front cover of this YouTube channel, or the picture with the audio, not live by the way, is an artistic impression of Andrew Lester's calling, Dave.
Oh, we've
Yeah.
had a bit of art sent in.
We've had a little bit of art sent in by Peter Kelly. You know, the little lad who had the question about... No, he rang in, he was in a strip club.
Oh yeah, Pete. Oh yeah, people didn't like Pete Kelly.
He's redeemed himself a little bit by sending in a lovely picture of Andy Lester's slightly surreal calling the other day.
So you got really caught up in that very
Yeah.
vivid picture that Andrew Lester painted.
Painted for him in his little mind. And see, if you have a look, you can see a dog stripped down to its bare bones, running a silk lace through its ribcage.
In the shape of a broken heart.
Yeah. So there's a competition for you. If you want to send in a new artwork for next week's podcast, you could win yourself a Brazil mug.
We gotta get rid of this Brazil mug. Oh, I have one actually.
What?
I've actually got one.
What?
What
feature?
Nah, it's a really interesting thing.
Okay.
So just in case you were down about the England Costa Rica match.
I am down.
Yeah, we're all down.
I'm not going to watch it.
Some people out there are saying that it's actually the unofficial World Cup final. Because, I'll tell you something now, some guys have been tracking back all the matches since international games started in 1878, I think it was. And they've played them out from every international match from then until now in the rules of boxing. So if you win, you get the world title.
Yeah.
And it's worked out that Costa Rica are current holders of the unofficial world title.
Jesus.
So, if we win tomorrow, we're unofficial World Cup winners.
That is absolute dynamite stuff.
So, head up, lads.
Great stat that, Dave. And I was worried about putting this podcast out because of the sheer poor quality of it. And I think you might have rescued you with that.
We revived it with the 11th hour start.
In the 90th minute winner.
We've done exactly what we didn't want to do and become a podcast of stats.
Yeah. Ooh, stat attack! Ooh!